Okay, looks like it's under control now. File, save. Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. And these 4 parts should be dropped onto the instrumental. I'll take part 1, which is the chorus. Edit, copy. I cut it out so that I don't keep coming back to it. And then I edit to paste special. Alright, I've copied it and cut. And now, let's see if I can drop it on here. Yep. I will do 80% on the vocal minus 190 decibels. I don't know if it's the right place. Okay, that's not the right place. I think he's come in too late. Maybe this is the place to drop in? And again, it's trial and error. Trial and error.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing.
That ain't right. Okay, I just have to do it trial and error. Every part that I see, I try to see if it fits. And of course, it's been so long should be the first beat. It's been so long, or maybe it's too early and it should be been so long on the hit. So let's find out. I'm moving it forward slightly.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready.
No, that ain't right. I'll try from this beat, and if it doesn't work, I'll try backwards.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing. And life will be easy for them.
That ain't right. I mean, it's on time, but it just ain't right. So, I'll keep going forwards for a couple more beats and see if any of them work. And then I'll have to start moving backwards again.
It's been so long.
Nope. I think it's too fast now. Alright, so I'll try it from...
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing.
Wow, that's bad. Yeah, that's really late. It has to be here somewhere. Has to be.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing. And life will be easy for the future. Get to youth.
I think it needs to be a little earlier.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing. And life will be easy for the future.
It just ain't right. Man, sometimes it's difficult.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing.
Shit. Yeah, see, if I was using a multi-tracking program, I could literally squeeze it into the right tempo and move it back and forth until everything fit. But because I'm using a stereo tracking software, I'm literally just doing it like a cassette tape or like a reel-to-reel recorder where I'm cutting and pasting and dropping it somewhere and hoping the sweet Jesus that it's the right place. I don't think it is the right place. I don't know where to put it right now.
Hey, right at one time, Robin's nothing fresh from the section on the desk.
Maybe much earlier. Let's see what happens.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for...
Too early, but I like the timing much better.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for...
Too early. I'm just dropping them back slightly to see when it finally fits.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing. And life...
Still too early. Trying to put it a bit later.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing. And like
Just a little later.
it's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa.
Now it sounds too late. Crap.
So long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing.
Close.
And life will be easy for the future. Get a youth, get a youth. It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing. And the life will be easy for the future.
Ah, it's so close. It's not quite right. It's not quite right. I'm going to keep working on it. All I can do is try to make it closer and closer and smaller until I get it right. And that's all I do.
So long, we've been waiting. Get ready for a
Not quite. I'll try a bit later.
So long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa. So long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing. And life will be easy for the future. Get a youth.
Almost. All right. I'm not sure if it's easy to communicate the amount of stress. I don't want to call it stress, but sometimes you stress yourself out by repeating and repeating and repeating the same thing until you can't hear it anymore. And that's when it's time to lick the chalice and go for a break. But right now, I think we're getting closer to the actual point where it should be. And the only way you can get it right is to get closer and closer and closer and look closer at the wave. And then sometimes you realize it's not going to be at the start of the wave where you drop your sample in. It might be a bit later. It might even be half a wave in. Or who knows where. At the moment, I think I'm getting closer. And maybe this is the right place to put it. And even if it's not perfect, I'm going to listen to it. And I hope it's going to make some musical sense.
So long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing. And life will be easy for the future. Get a youth, get a youth. It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing.
Alright, just slightly back.
So long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing.
Oh, it's getting better.
And life will be easy for the future. Get a youth.
Oh yeah, I like it much better now that it sounds like it's in time. Alright, it's almost like a whole beat behind. I love it. I love it. It sounds good. Alright, let's hear it. I'm going to try 90% because I'm just a asshole who makes everything too loud. Okay, it's too loud. I can see it's too loud. I mean, it's hitting all of these bricks. But I think the position is pretty decent. Let's hear this mix at 80%. And I think the position should be pretty close to right. I'll mark it anyway, just so I don't make a mistake. Okay? This is the first verse.
So long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing. And life will be easy for the future. Get a youth, get a youth. It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing.
Alright, just a slightly... I'm going to try what Dave Atkins calls a fly's ass. I'm going to move it a fly's ass. How big is a fly's ass? About a quarter of a wave. How big is a fly's ass? Alright, let's have a look. This is very detailed. I'm going to move it just slightly. A fly's ass is probably a quarter of that, but let's see, if I drop it here, will it be tighter? Will it be better? Will it be as good as it can be if you drop it in the right spot? I like to think so. Alright, mix 80%. Oh shit, I accidentally dropped it on top of the other one. Okay, try that again.
So long we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing.
Yeah.
And life will be easy for the future. Get the youth, get the youth. It's been so long we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing. And the life will be easy for the future.
Get the youth. Alright, okay, undo mix, the spot is spot on, I'm happy with where it is. I'm going to insert a marker, but I'm going to paste the vocal to a new place because I want the last to be long as anything. In order to do that, I'll add a very long reverb at 12%. I'll make it longer than it needs to be by adding reverb twice, but just to the tail the second time. And then I'm going to delay the whole thing. That's too long. 286. That's 214. Delay 214 is as small as it gets, 1/16. Alright, it's long. I want to delay this so it delays over the top. Yep, effect, delay. 286. Like I said, I'm doing different delays at different times, so it's not boring and it's not mechanical, it's not repetitive.
The future. The future. Because blessings and the life will be easy for the future.
No. Alright, like I said, I like the delays to be different to each other. There's a delay here, which is very short. 16ths. That's 8th triplets. And this one is going to be quarter notes when I'm finished. Just the bulk, just the main part of the... Alright. Effects, delay, and quarter notes is 4 to 9. Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 3 different delays. I'll just play it one more time. So this delay is the longest, no delay on the next The third has a shorter delay than the very shortest delay at the end. Check it out. This is what it sounds like.
And the life will be easy for the future.
copy, file, save as. Because this is a separate new thing, this is going to be chorus. Because I'm going to start, after the intro, I'm kicking off with the chorus. And chorus 01. Because I might drop the chorus in more than once. And the other chorus might have different effects. So copy that. I can close it now because I've saved it. I've marked where this verse comes in. Mix 80%. I'm sure this is the right place for it now. And the end should have a very nice delay. Let's hear the first verse.
So long we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing. And life will be easy for the future. Get a youth, get a youth. It's been so long we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessing. And the life will be easy for the future.
Alright, that here now needs something to happen. Alright, that boom. I'm going to mark it because it's a distinct part of the song where there will be a serious change. Alright. Alright, I might chop this piece out altogether. Hey, that might be weird. Alright, I'm going to try something strange. I'm going to cut this out probably at the wrong time. Wait, maybe here. Yeah. I'm going to chop out this big sort of breakdown thing because it's unnecessary. Yeah, that is unnecessary. Yeah, there's sort of... I'll mark it again where it kicks in. You have to be very specific so the beats don't come out of time. And then I just chop out that piece I didn't like, and hopefully this thing sounds like a real breakdown. Okay, alright, so there's a little breakdown after that first chorus, and then this is where the beat kicks in again, so I mark it. I just always mark the number 1, because then at least I know where the rhythm starts. At the moment, I've done the introduction, alright, I'll tell you about it. Okay, as it stands, I've done the introduction, I've dropped it on top. I added the effects and everything first, and then I dropped it there. I did the first chorus, which went over this first portion here. Now there's a tiny breakdown, just an instrumental for no good reason, just because it sounds kind of cool. And then when the beat kicks in again, I'm going to put the first verse, the first real verse. Okay.
Now feel up, now shame, and now feel up, now sorry. African people, and now feel up, I'm no worry.
Love it. Okay, that's the first verse. But the first verse and the second verse look like they run into each other. So I might take them together. Just copy them. First and second verse side by side. If they blend together, if they match in the instrumental, then there's not much work to be done. Which would be nice. I paste it to a new file. And this one I'll save. Actually, I have to chop the front off. Too much air. Alright. File, save as verse 1. No, I've got verse 1. Uh-oh. No, I'm going to call it verse first in words.
Now feel up, now shame, and now feel up, now sorry.
I've already done the effects and things that I want on here. I'll just hear the end again. Okay, maybe a little bit of reverb. Yeah, that's better. I'll take the whole thing, first and second verse. If it's a problem, I'll come back to this, so I'm not going to shut it down. This is where it should kick in. So I'll just drop it in on the 1, see if it fits. Nope. Fill up should be on the 1. And I'm not sure how long the not sound is. So again, trial and error. No, yeah, there's more error. I just keep moving it until it is right. It might take a while. But again, this is real time.
Now feel up, now shame, and now feel up, now sorry. African people and now feel up, I'm no worry. Get up and stand up.
Almost. Almost.
Now feel up, now shame, and now feel up, now sorry.
A little later. Alright.
Now feel up, now shame, and now feel up, now sorry. African people and now feel up, I'm no worry. Get up and stand up and not blame about nobody. Who pick you up as somebody, not do you funny. Kaseti lela, tell so ben nothing when go see lela. And I hear that one number office again. Standing go say I'm coming so la man no tola. Lilo is so tantal pulling and the yoga. But what you tell them now go you can call wagu. Yeah, go la man let it I'm gonna say lula.
Okay, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. The timing is okay for the first verse and everything, but then the music in the background isn't interesting enough for some reason. I'll undo that mix. I'll mark where I put it because it wasn't bad. I think I'll chop off the first 8 bars. Yep, I'm going to chop off the first 8 bars. Yeah, there's no point doing a run up to the verse. We'll just do the verse. Yep. I'll cut off all of that. Hope it fits. Let's see what it sounds like. I chopped off the first 8 bars. It looks like it fits better, visually.
Now feel up, now shame, and now feel up, now sorry. African people and now feel up, I'm no worry. Get up.
The timing's not quite right. But I'm going to just... the music is good. I'm just going to move this around a little bit till it's in the right place.
Now feel up, now shame, and now feel up, now...
A little bit...
Now feel up, now shame, and now feel up, now sorry. African people and now feel up, I'm no worry. Get up and stand up.
Maybe a little earlier.
Now feel up, now shame, and now feel up, now sorry. African people and now feel up, I'm no worry. Get up and stand up and not blame about nobody. Who pick you up as somebody, not do you funny. Kaseti lela, tell so ben nothing go see lela. And I hear that one number office again. Standing go say I'm going so la maneno tula Lilo iso chantale kone nyani yodwa Patwe tunzere mnyama nako yigan korelwa ku Yego la mazete zete tele yankaze ibelula
Yeah. Alright, so this is the reason that I have to send the version to the vocalist, and the vocalist is going to re-record the vocal, because you could hear the last part that is in African. There are too many words filling up that space, and he can't quite get them out in time to be on rhythm. Wow, so many words. So many words. But I'll also undo that mix. And put the vocal a little quieter. Actually, 75.
Now feel up, now shame, and now feel up, now sorry. African people, and now feel up, and no worry. Get up and stand up.
Okay, a little later.
Now feel up, now shame, and now feel up, now sorry. African people, and now feel up, and no worry.
Better. A little later, I hope. I'll insert a marker. This could be the one. Let's hope so.
Now feel up, now shame, and now feel up, now sorry. African people, and now feel up, and no worry. Get up and stand up, and not blame about nobody. If you chill up on somebody, not do you funny. Lela, dale wosu benna tele wosu sigelela. But I hear that one number office again. Standing go say I'm going so la maneno tula. Lilo iso chantale kone nyani yodwa. Patwe tunzere mnyama nako yigan korelwa ku. Yeah, la mazete zete tele yankaze ibelula.